As part of the video conferencing rollout for EPISD, we wanted to include some training for the teachers so that we could kind of build their network even within the district and make them more at ease with the equipment and help get them kind of jump started on using the equipment. The first thing that we wanted to do is to let them know that it's easy to use. It wasn't something that is really difficult in learning to use. It's not real technical. They can roll it into the room, plug it in, and they're ready to go. The other thing that we wanted to get across to them is that it can fit into anything that they're doing in their classroom. Video conferencing is very adaptable to the curriculum, and really whatever their lesson is, they can figure out a way to share that with another classroom and enhance the learning for the students.
So the one thing you have to do is the idea you're planning for this year. This is what I want to do. The other things that you can, tinker with if you want to check out CapSpace, if you want to look through the Whirlidurb site, anything you've heard, this is the time that you're like, oh, if feel like you need more information right now, ask us. We're going to be floating. If you have something you feel pretty confident, you're like, got that, just kind of make a note on your agenda, things you've gotten, still questions you have, because that's what we want to let you know, that's how you get into that. We told you it's people connections. It really is finding other people who speak video conference and share the language with you. All right, so go and do. We are at your service.
We did a mystery quest simulation based on our landmark challenge, where they created clues about the U.S. landmarks. Each group then presented their clues to the other groups, and they were given time to think about those clues and then guess the landmark. So that's based on the mystery quest format, where the students have to research their topic, summarize their research into creating their clues, make their presentation, and then during the video conference, they make their presentation to the other classes, take notes on the presentations that are made to them. They again have to do research, some summarization to come up with the guesses for the clues that were presented to them. It really involves the full spectrum of learning for the students.
Another one we've developed through Whirlidurb, it's math mysteries. These are for grades 3 through 6, and the focus on these, it is reviewing content that the teachers have taught, and they're having to use that content along with serious application of those embedded process skills. Now everything's dual coded on the test. So what we do is they get easy prep. They have a note-taking guide come to us, divide into groups. I have all the clues for the math mystery, and so I give a clue. Kids take notes on it, and they try to figure it out. This is stick figures. They're working with popsicle sticks. We also do it with 1-inch cubes. We have a Build It. New this year, we're doing a logic and reasoning one that is kind of clever. And so and they are by design to trip them up about after clue 3, where they think they are headed on the path to the answer. I give them new information that just upsets the apple cart.
One of the things that we wanted to get across is that it is interactive. We try to model that with having the 2 sites between the PDC and Mesita. And so Roxanne and I basically team taught this session with going back and forth. Anytime I was presenting, I would always make sure that I would ask questions of the other site, and Roxanne would do the same thing.
And actually this mic really is loud enough, picking up the whole room. If you just use a nice teacher voice from the back, they will hear you. Now for your students, the younger they are, the more prep they have. And that's why I have them stand up, because if they sit and slouch, no air, no breath, no voice projection.
One of the great free resources out there is NASA, the NASA Distance Learning Network. We actually created an area on our website for El Paso. If you do whirlidurb.com/El Paso, then the sites that the resources that we gave them are listed there on our site for them. So there's a link to the NASA DLN network. All of their programs are free, and they range for students kindergarten through 12. They're very well organized. They're great classroom resources. 3rd grade solar system, NASA programs are a must. Additional resources we gave them are CILC, which is a database for content providers that they can go and search those content providers, as well as CapSpace, so that when they are ready to make those classroom to classroom connections outside of El Paso, they can go to CapSpace, register on that site, and it will help them find the connections for outside the district. And all those resources are listed on the webpage.
Okay, so the things you need to know is that there are connections that are easy in preparation that seriously take you 5 minutes or less prep. And those connections really are like, make sure every kid has a piece of paper and a pencil. I can do that. Okay, very simple. Some are medium. Those are going to take you about 45 to 90 minutes. So that's the thing with video conferencing. It can be from the easy to the advanced. And I actually put that together in a little handout for you of the preparation and the interactions.
Probably one of the biggest things that you want to know is going to be happening actually before the video conference, and that's going to be communication with your partner. If you're doing a classroom to classroom connection, communication ahead of time so that you're both on the same page is a must. So whether that's going to be through email, picking up the phone, or even talking through the system, you've got to communicate. That's important with content providers as well, because you don't want to be expecting one thing out of the lesson when they're presenting something else. So make sure that you understand what the program's going to be about.
All right, NASA Digital Learning Network. This is free, well, allegedly funded through your taxpayer dollars. NASA Digital Learning Network. This one is our Planet Earth, and it is for first and second graders. And what we really like, NASA is very interactive. They do programs for the little kids all the way up through high school, and they really tailor the program to the level of the students and the content. So our Planet Earth, very popular for first and second grade. Our Solar Neighborhood for third grade, very popular. We put easy prep, but then in parentheses, the disclaimers, it does depend on the program. Please read all materials carefully before. They also do a shoebox challenge, or cards and toys in space, where the kids shoebox challenge, take a shoebox, make it fly. You gotta do that before the connection. Connect with the NASA scientist and they tell them what you found out. And then they give you a challenge to do, and then you have to do more stuff and connect with them again.
One tip that I like to give teachers is be aware of what you're presenting and the picture that you're sending.
It's never stand in front of a camera. Yeah, I was like, that's gonna be a nice shot.
So using that picture-in-picture is a great way to just double check that you don't have some kind of odd camera angle, that the other end's not looking at the ceiling, that you don't have some kind of embarrassing picture going across to the other side. Just being aware of what you're sending to the other side as well. El Paso's done a great job with the configuration of these carts. You roll it into your classroom, you plug in the network cable, you plug in the electricity, you turn on the TV. You're ready to go. One thing that I share with the teachers is, if you have a cell phone, you can use this equipment. You dial the number, you hit call. It's that easy. It really is that easy. Hardest thing about it is the camera control. So roll it into your room the day ahead of time and just play with that remote, play with the camera control. Let the kids see themselves on camera and get all that silliness out of the way. Test calls are essential because we are dealing with technology, and anytime you've dealt with technology, you know that sometimes it just doesn't work. So while manufacturers have worked really hard to make sure that everything's compatible, sometimes there are just quirks in the system. So while you've connected to Whirlidurb just fine 50 times, there may be something that happens between you and the Center of Puppetry Arts. So making sure that you do that test call is vitally important. More important when you're doing classroom to classroom outside your district. So without going into the technical aspect of it, there are many things when you're working school district to school district that can inhibit that call. So it's really important to make sure that you've done that test call and that you're not sitting there with a group of kids waiting on a call that doesn't happen. The overall goal for the training is to really make sure that the equipment's used. We wanted to have the teacher experience how easy it is, while at the same time giving them examples of things that they could take back to their classroom and implement tomorrow. To really kind of take the fear away of using the equipment so that El Paso has a successful program and can grow this program and really just expose the students of El Paso to the world around them.